guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be planning the week of October 13th to the 19th in my memory planner, and I'll be using December 2024 mystery kit called Asian Eats from Scribble. So yeah, I've just been using up all my kits, and you know what I realized? I forgot to take a photo of the kit lineup before I started putting down the base. It's fine. I'll probably just take a screenshot of the video I recorded and use that as the thumbnail. Anyway, oh, and this is my first time ever using, I guess, pattern boxes. It was included in the kit, and I was like, I'll just use it, but I am not a fan. I'd rather see white paper, like the clear background, because I feel like it's so much darker and saturated. Like, everything blurs out, and I feel like it doesn't show, like, emphasize, like, the kit patterns and stuff, or, like, the pattern paper, as well as the solid colors. It's just, everything just looks muddy, in my opinion. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't think the other kits will come out with it. I think it was just a tester for December 2024. I don't believe January 2025 had that. But I don't remember because it's been a year and 3 months. So anyway, I'll start talking about the day by day because there are a lot of things that I needed to mark this week that I forgot that I needed day extenders for. So anyway, this week was also my training week. So in my company, there's like primary boot camp and then there's central peak boot camp. So this was like the second phase of boot camp, and honestly, I would have preferred this boot camp closer to the first one, because these were all the things that we would have looked at during our regular work days, like such as well, you probably wouldn't know, but it would be like looking at LPAs, limited partners agreement, or partnership agreements, and I wish I learned that before I started working on work papers and all of that stuff, and understanding what I needed to read and yada yada yada. So it was very like, what the heck? Why did it take so long? And for someone, like, I heard from one of my team members that they didn't have it until a year later, which is crazy. That's insane. Like, you've been doing this for so long, and now you have to do the boot camp. That's I don't think that's accurate or like appropriate. Anyway, so yeah, this week was entirely that week, and it was very exhausting because I also had to do regular work on top of that. Like, I had to do OT to the max this week. So yeah. Anyway, it was Monday through Friday, and then it started at 10 or 11-ish because it was also part of the other time zone. So it was around 8 a.m. for them, I believe. Or no. Where's Denver? What's the time difference between Denver? I think it's 2 hours. Denver. Oops. Time right now. Oh, it's 2 hours. So yeah, it would be 9 a.m. when we started. Or for them, because it was 11 a.m. Some of our classes started at 11 a.m. Anyway, moving on. I marked down that I published some videos, which was the July kit lineup, and then I worked on some work stuff, and then I watched The Perfect Couple. Then I watched K-pop Demon Hunter, which was the first time I ever watched it. Yeah, it was very good. I loved the songs. I'm not a fan of Golden. Golden is very tiring at this point. Like, they literally did every award show, it was Golden. I'm like, bruh, I want something else. So I was like, give me, what is the song? Oh my goodness, why am I blanking on it? Hold on. It is What It Sounds Like. Yes, What It Sounds Like. So that's my favorite song. I wish they did that instead of Golden every single time. I'm like, okay, yes, we hear the ballads, like, we understand it, but there's other songs in the movie that was very good too that you could have performed. But anyway, and then I also got my Pop Mart order for the Labubus and or the monsters. So I actually got a mystery Labubu, and I was like, holy moly! I was very excited. It was my first ever mystery Labubu, so and first ever mystery of anything. So very excited. And then I watched Matlock. Then on to Tuesday, I marked down. It was boot camp again. I had to work on work stuff as well. It was very hectic and I was very exhausted. By the end of the day, I was so tired that I woke up late. And then my manager was like, "Where are you?" So yeah, it wasn't like something important. It was on Friday. I didn't really have much to do, but it was just very exhausting because I did not have a good sleep either. It was just like go go go. And they didn't really care about it. My manager was like, "Oh, but you don't really have that much to do." I'm like, "No, you don't realize what it does to you." So anyway, it's very annoying the way she treated me, but it is what it is. I don't have to deal with her ever again. So anyway, I marked down that I also dropped off packages. And I ordered or I purchased a complete planner from the Buy Sell Trade group for Sterling Inc. So I ended up selling the one that I pre-ordered in September. So later on because I didn't get it until December. So yeah, it is what it is. But I prefer B6 size. I have realized I am not really an A5 person. B6 is like the perfect size. I don't really need to write too much, but there's some days that there are a lot, but I try to condense it. So anyway, then I watched Dancing with the Stars. Then on Wednesday, I published another video. Then it was payday and worked on work stuff and then watched my TV shows. On to Thursday, I marked down that I worked on work stuff and I also had Vietnamese sandwich for lunch and then yeah, TV shows or TV show. And then Friday, very simple. I woke up late. I woke up at 9:42. I was supposed to log in at 9, but I made up the hours or made up that 42 minutes after work or during lunchtime. So whatever. It was very hectic. I was very tired. Like it was just like a lot of things that were happening and they were like, "Oh, but you don't really like you don't understand what happens personally in someone's personal life." The fact that you would say that it was just like instead of trying to understand, you just like assume that you don't have really that I don't have that much work, which is crazy. Anyway, and then I watched some TV shows and then Saturday I went to pay my respects to my grandparents, my mom's side grandparents, and then had King's Kitchen for breakfast. So usually, it's called oh my goodness, baisan in Cantonese. So yeah, it's literally the translation is called Bao Mountain. That's my literal translation. So it's really funny, but it's something inside like a funny family joke. Or not really a joke, but inside info. Anyway, um, what else was I going to say? Oh, and we usually do this twice a year. One in April, one in October, November, depending on the time. But usually it's during Qingming, Qingming Jeet. I'm pretty sure I pronounced it right, but who knows? My Cantonese isn't that fluent, but I try my best to learn and understand because obviously my parents are both Cantonese speaking. Anyway, and then on to the second part of Saturday, I went to Menlo Mall and then Menlo Park Mall and then went to Uniqlo, Old Navy, Chipotle for lunch and then Aeropostale. And then we went to Costco, Walmart, and then I went to Starbucks because I like to collect the cups and they had the new collection, so I was like, okay. Then I got Taco Bell for dinner. On to Sunday, I read my book, cleaned my desk, packed orders, printed planners, and then watched all the TV shows that I didn't even have the time of day to watch because I was so busy with work and boot camp. It was very hectic. Like you couldn't even like you had to stay on and be like you there was things that you had to do during like the boot camp where you had exercises. So that was very hectic. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me and I will see you guys next time. Bye.